As another holiday season's before us, I'm mindful, especially this year, more mindful of what many families will be going through and facing. Deanna and I had talked greatly about the holidays and the time the family gathers and how that's going to be different once that she had passed away. And in trying to get our heads wrapped around that, we were trying to understand more of how whichever one of us would have been left would deal with that. And those that know, Deanna and I know that our decision was, we're just going to move forward. We're just going to continue on. Well, that's easier said than done, but it's doable. But my mind today is really drifting to those that didn't know that they were going to lose a loved one. In our case, we knew this was going to happen when we did not know, but we knew it was going to take place. But recently, well, not necessarily recently, all the time, there are people that lose loved ones tragically and quickly just before the time families gather. And I wonder how they necessarily deal with it, and I can't say that I could tell them how to deal with it, nor should I ever, nor should anyone else, because unless we're walking in their shoes, we don't understand all the circumstances. It would be like me telling somebody that has lost a spouse that, well, I understand exactly what you're going through. Well, no, I don't, because I don't know the fundamentals of that relationship, not an intimate part of that. So truly, all I understand would be the fact that they had a loss, and there are some things that may be in common to deal with after the loss. But each one of those is going to be completely different situations. And I don't think we need to be the type of people that throw a blanket on something and say, well, it's just done this way. What's that phrase people use? Boilerplate, whatever ideas people come up with. We seem to create these thoughts that everything's just alike, and it's so different. I'm very thankful for the fact that Deanna and I got to talk about so many of these things before she passed. I'm thankful that the Lord intervened in our lives, that the Spirit guided us and helped us and to see how to move forward. And I know that my faith and my hope and my trust rest only in our Heavenly Father. His Son paying the price for our sins so that we knew what was before us in eternity, the obedience to that gospel that he had delivered. As Jude talked about, that faith that was once for all delivered to the saints, is where our hope and trust is at. But there's still moments in the day that you're like, well, I don't know how I'm going to get along. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm so thankful for great friends that know my personality and tease me about everything. I appreciate them so much. Just this morning, I had a friend. We were texting a bit ago back and forth. And it's just that wonderful, I don't even know how to phrase it, camaraderie. For them knowing my personality, they knew Deanna very well, and they knew even in tough times, give me a hard time about things. And I just love them to pieces, and I'm so thankful for it. But here's the thought. As anybody goes to go down a very difficult road, you see it ahead or you're thrown into it without choice, I'll offer you one text just to read and to think about. May not fit everywhere. Like I said, throwing a blanket's not the answer. May not fit everywhere, but I want you to at least have this one to see if it would fit in your life. It comes from Psalms 33, verse 20 through 22. It said, "Our soul awaits for the Lord. He is our help and our shield. For our heart shall rejoice in him. Because we have trusted in his holy name, let your mercy, O Lord, be upon us, just as we have hope in you." That's where it all rests at. If you don't have hope in the Lord, this is not going to mean anything to you. But if you do have your hope, your faith, your trust planted in him, then as these tough times hit, maybe that's something you can draw upon, that you can gather from to gain some strength. King David, I believe, wrote this in the Psalms. And as his writing that, he went through some very difficult times. Man after God's own heart, but yet very difficult times he struggled through. It might be a verse that you consider printing out and putting on your mirror in the bathroom where you see it every morning. Put it on the refrigerator when you see it every time you open the door, to remember that our soul waits upon the Lord. Let's all continue to support one another, love one another, care for one another, and especially to those that are downtrodden, that are hurting, that are in need. Let's see, not just through this time of the year, but every day try to be there to encourage and build them up and strengthen them, not trying to convince them that we know what they're going through, but trying to help them through whatever they are facing and going through. God bless you. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day.